Media, news and current affairs. It's Boss Radio, 98.9 FM, Owerri. Here's the World News at 12. On Boss Radio, 98.9 FM.
Good afternoon and welcome to the World News at 12 on Boss Radio 98.9 FM, live from our Owerri studio. I am Richard Excel. The fight against drug abuse is a collective one. Let's join hands to rid our society of the menace. And now the headlines. Timmy Frank advises Tinubu on CIA, FBI matters. Mayor of Aba unconstitutional, says indigents. And on the foreign news, worldwide caution for Americans overseas as Israel-Hamas war rages. Details of these and more coming shortly. Stay tuned. And now the news in detail. A former Deputy National Publicity Secretary of the All Progressives Congress APC, Timmy Frank, has urged President Bola Tinubu to allow the Federal Bureau of Investigation FBI and the Central Intelligence Agency CIA of the United States of America to do their job. The FBI said it will start releasing approximately 2,500 documents relating to President Tinubu in its database in October. Frank spoke through a statement issued on Friday against the backdrop of a suit by Tinubu in the USA seeking to stop the planned release of his records. He wondered why a public servant and president of the most populous black country in sub-Saharan Africa would want to block the release of his records with US security agencies if he had nothing to hide. The coalition of indigenous people of Aba Ngwa have warned Governor Alex Oti of Abia State over his proposed appointment as the mayor of Aba, describing the move as not only unconstitutional but also an aberration. The coalition, which comprises of 24 indigenous communities of Aba North and Aba South, maintained that appointing a non-indigent as the said mayor of Aba was an insult on the sensibilities of the peaceful and hardworking indigenous people of Aba. In a communique issued after its meeting on Thursday, the coalition vowed to resist any attempt capable of inciting violence in Aba City. The group acknowledged that Alex Oti, whose duties, functions and actions are defined and guided by the Constitution of Nigeria and some other extant laws, that Aba is owned by the indigenous people drawn from the 24 communities of Abala Ohazu. They further expressed their utmost disappointment at the comments credited to Oti, the governor of Abia State, wherein he described Aba as a no man's land. The Niger State Governor Mohammed Bago has congratulated Jibrin Ndase on his appointment as the Director General and Chief Executive Officer of the Voice of Nigeria (VON) by President Bola Tinubu Bago, in a statement signed by his chief press secretary, Bologi Ibrahim, described the appointment as well-deserved. He explained that Ndase is an astute journalist who has made his mark in the media industry. The governor expressed optimism that the new DG of VON will make Niger State in particular and Nigeria in general proud, while promising to give him all the needed support to succeed. The federal government has said it is facing enormous challenges and revenue deficits amid a growing population. The Minister of Budget and National Planning, Atiku Bagudu, lamented that the federal government was struggling to pay salaries because there is no money. Speaking in Abuja on Thursday, Bagudu urged non-governmental organizations to help the government to cover the spaces it could not. According to the minister, government faces enormous challenges, especially now that the government is facing revenue deficits. This is coming amid reports that Tinubu approved the sum of 35,000 naira as wage award to all federal civil servants. You are still listening to Boss Radio World News at 12. Still to come, worldwide caution for Americans overseas as Israel-Hamas war rages. Plus business, entertainment, and sports news. Stay tuned. Glad to know you're still there. Now on the foreign news. The U.S. State Department has issued a new worldwide caution to Americans traveling around the globe as the war rages on Thursday between Israel and Hamas. Due to increased tensions in various locations around the world, the potential for terrorist attacks, demonstrations, or violent actions against U.S. citizens and interests, the Department of State Services advises the U.S. citizens overseas to exercise increased caution. The warning came 2 days after the State Department issued an advisory for Americans to not travel to Lebanon due to the unpredictable security situation related to rocket, missile, and artillery changes between Israel and Hezbollah or other armed militant factions. In the world of business, the federal government has signed $2 billion business deals with Chinese partners to boost science, engineering, and infrastructural developments at the sideline of the ongoing Third Belt and Road Initiative Forum in Beijing. Khalil Halilu, the Executive Vice Chairman and Chief Executive Officer of the National Agency for Science and Engineering Infrastructure, disclosed this on Thursday in a statement by Segun Ayeoyenikan, the agency's Director of Information. Halilu, who is part of Nigeria's delegation to the forum led by the Vice President Kashim Shettima, explained that the business deals significantly impact the nation's development. Diving into the world of entertainment, Kenyan-Canadian actress Lupita Nyong'o has broken up with her boyfriend, TV host Selema Masekela. The Black Panther star confirmed via her Instagram handle on Thursday night that she and the American sports commentator are no longer together less than a year after making their relationship official. The 40-year-old thespian cited deception as the reason for their breakup. And finally, in the world of sports, Roma manager Jose Mourinho reportedly wants to sign another Chelsea star for his team in the upcoming January transfer window. Mourinho is keen to bring Chelsea defender Trevor Chalobah to Roma, having already signed Romelu Lukaku on loan from the Blues in the summer. Roma will have to compete with Bayern Munich, who are said to be interested in Chalobah. Chalobah has fallen down the pecking order under Chelsea manager Mauricio Pochettino this season. The 24-year-old has also suffered hamstring issues and is currently behind Thiago Silva in terms of team selection. And that is the news at 12. Before we go, here's a recap of our major stories. Timmy Frank advises Tinubu on CIA FBI matters. Mayor of Aba unconstitutional, says indigents. And on the foreign news, worldwide caution for Americans overseas as Israel-Hamas war rages. For more news in your area and community, please call our news desk on 091-360-39239. You can follow us on our social media platforms on Boss Radio 98.9 FM. You can also connect with us from any location by simply downloading our mobile app from your various mobile stores or visit our website at www.boss989fm.com. And for that special treat you desire for yourself, family, and friends, you can visit Havana Fast Food, Havana Cinema, or Havana Cafe 24. Remember, Owerri is a destiny killer. Say no to Owerri today. This message is proudly brought to you by Evangelist Mikey Koku. And on behalf of the news team, I am Richard Excel. Good afternoon, and thank you for joining us.